Good morning, LAP. Another chairman report. I missed last week while we were at sub council, but it's Wednesday, September 15th. We'll try to get this posted tonight. If not, it'll be ready for you first thing in the morning. Order bank Escape 32,751, Corsair 5,337 for a grand total of 38,088. So our order bank's still holding strong. So as long as we keep getting inventory and stock in to build our units, our customers will have a good quality product. As you know, this week's been a pretty short week so far, going into it between 6 and 7 hours. That was planned, months ago, going into this week, and with the chip shortage and who was getting what supplies. So this was all planned previous. We just didn't know exactly how many hours. With the breakdowns that we had and some lost production, we never know how much Ford scheduling up north is going to give us to put back in and how many they're just going to write off as not building. So the schedule fluctuates and changes for both shifts. So just be patient, because there's no rhyme or reason why they do what they do and cancel units and keep some in, and how long we're going to build. We're still having issues with stock being delivered, door panels, and there's still a chip shortage. Exactly how many we're going to build, how much work time is scheduled is a day to day. There's nothing set in stone. Currently, right now, the plan is 8 hours for the rest of August, and coming in October, they're actually trying to put overtime back in the schedule up to 10 hours. Of course, that's what they're talking about. But will we do it? Who knows? It all depends on our suppliers and parts and chips. There's so many variables right now. Anybody can guess at exactly how long we're going to go. Trying to figure Ford out is one of the hardest things that anybody can try to figure out. Go to any website, go to Ford, listen to this person, listen to the rumors, what's put on their monitors, what's put on the stock channel, what's anybody says. So they have meetings daily. I know the assistant plant manager gets calls regularly and on conference calls all throughout the day on the different things that are happening and going on within the company, within the stock and suppliers and vendors, and getting us parts and where stuff's getting rerouted and how long it's taken to get here. So it's a constant unknown that we got to deal with. Currently, the union meeting is set for September 21st, which is next Tuesday, 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. COVID restrictions will still be in effect. We'll have masks will be recommended. We'll have masks there available. We'll also have the sanitizing stations there. So if you get a chance to come out to the union meeting, it'll be at LAP, 1 and 6 p.m. The performance bonus is a lot of questions been going around, and me, myself, and the committee all had different scenarios and different places in the contract. And I'm gonna take a minute to read. Of course, you got contract books, and you read one section, it sends you to another section to read that section and sends you back and forth. So the actual verbiage can be found in Appendix V, Volume 1, Appendix V, page 343, I, and page 99. Employees who do not meet the eligibility requirements from 2018, which doesn't mean above, reach legacy classifications wage rates before September 21-20 will be eligible for the September 21 performance bonus payment provided on Article 9, Section 20, Section 2B. So what that says is anybody that's at full base weight wages 52 weeks prior to September 2021 is eligible for the performance bonus. So that's pretty much everybody from the 2012 class up until September that will have the 52 weeks at the base wage rate. So that's January all the way up to September 20th will qualify if you're at the full base wage rate, which is a regular operator rate. If you're at that full base rate, you will get the 4% bonus, because it goes back 52 weeks from September 20th, 21, that you've been making the 3086 that you're making now. So that hopefully that helps clear up some of the misconception on the performance bonus going around. A lot of it, depending on, in progression. So basically it's going to take 9 years to get this performance bonus, because at 8 years you should have been at full pay scale, which at the time was $29.96. The 3% raise puts you at $30.86, which you've been at that for over 52 weeks. Makes you qualify for this year's performance bonus of 4%. September 26th, you got a Cincinnati Reds trip put on by the Recreation Committee. They take a bus trip once a year up to the Cincinnati Reds game. You pay $20, turn in your registration. They do a drawing out of the hat. As long as you show up for the game, you'll get your $20 back. Anybody, if they get more participation, then you'll get your $20 back if your name doesn't get drawn. Those will be available downstairs at the union office, your committeemen, or over at the hall. Sunday, October 17th, is the Neville Mead Golf Course for the UAW Golf Scramble. 6:45 start. The first 100 golfers will qualify. It's going to be a 4-person team. Deadline to get your money in is October 11th. The fee is $55 per person. Active or retirees are all eligible. UAW Bass Tournament also is a Sunday, October 10th at Barren River Lake, $60 per boat. You must be a UAW active member or retiree to be eligible to participate. Registration is at the hall, or we'll have some slips down at the UAW desk, and also it'll be in this month's online that you'll see. So once again, I'd like to go over the COVID protocol. There's been a lot of confusion still, what to do, how to do it. So if you've got symptoms, you got to fill the survey, the COVID-19 survey that we've been doing for a while. Fill that, immediately call medical, let them know your symptoms. Email, call labor, let them know medical has got you out. Then you need to make an appointment, go get tested. Ask labor relations if you're getting paid or not. Then most likely, if you got a symptom outside the plan or you weren't put in tracing, then you'll need to open up an unemployment claim. Your own claim, you got to open up. There's going to be a lot of questions that you normally don't see because you're opening your own claim instead of Ford open it, and it takes out about half the questions that you normally would for an individual outside of Ford Motor Company when they open a claim. So need to open a claim from day one if you're not getting paid. Don't wait till you come back to work to file a claim, because it has to be in that work week, which is Sunday through Saturday as a state work week for when you need to open that claim. Day one, not when you come back, not when you return, if you're not getting paid. If paid, make sure you check with labor relations on Monday morning before 9 a.m. to make sure your pay was put in for the previous week. And for them to pay, according to their COVID guidelines, you must test positive or get put out by their tracing through labor relations. They will tell you not to report, not medical, labor relations. You tell medical you got symptoms, they're not going to let you come to work. And that has nothing to do with your tracing. If a person comes down with COVID, they got to wait till they send in their positive test results. Then they'll talk to that, call that individual, get names of who they've been around, then they'll call those individuals. We're getting a lot of people that's saying, yeah, I was around this person. Well, then they turn your name in, but they didn't say you were around them more than 15 minutes or within 6 foot. So just because they put your name in, they didn't give the rest of the story and say, yeah, I was around them more. They're still saying it was a lot less their time. COVID testing is currently going on over at the Union Hall, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And right now it's running 24 to 36 hours getting your results back for that testing. COVID tracing for the UAW side, we have moved that over to Ross Hughes, so he is assisting and making sure labor relations follows a protocol, and making sure everybody in the tracing that is identified gets a call and is verified with him being present. On another note, please keep our brother Steve Netherly in your prayers. If you don't know him, he's a body shop utility. He has been in the hospital with COVID for the past 2 weeks and having a little rough time. So please keep him in your prayers and hope he gets a speedy recovery and gets out of the hospital and get back to us. Okay, so I'm going to touch on the overtime, electronic overtime that just came out by Labor Relations. This overtime electronically has been something that's been in the last 3 local contracts to try to get done, get pushed, and get it taken care of. Along with, as you see, a lot of stuff everywhere is going to computers, going electronically, just like all the smartphones. So we got the bids put on there and a LAP SharePoint. We got the bids on there, shift roles we got on there, holiday conversion, overtime's on there, and the next move is going to try to get the day off process put on there, to where you log in, depending on what your drought is, what area you're in, you get 6 people, you go in, you log in, you want it, it's going to have the time that you put it in, the date that you put it in, and at the end of the day, depending on your seniority, it automatically will fill in the 6 spots, and then it'll also keep the 3 or 4 people that'll be below it that didn't qualify. So if one of those people cancel, we know who's 1, 2, and 3 next. So that's another thing that we're going to try to eventually move to get out of the paper business. So the electronic survey sign up, the system hasn't changed. It's mainly for all the classifications. For base operators, there's nothing there for you. Nothing's changed. All the Y coding, the charges, everything's the same. The only thing is, it's giving you an opportunity to go to the computer, put in what days you're eligible and want to work overtime for the next week. If you got vacation scheduled Monday through Friday, you want to say, I'm available Saturday and Sunday. Check Saturday and Sunday. It's no different than them going around surveying the last minute. At least this way we know ahead of time who can work and who can't work. So it takes all the game playing out. Oh, he skipped over me, he didn't ask me, I can't find the survey sheet. He surveyed me but never came back and told me I was working. And then you're working, and we have a list that has everybody that said yes. And it goes by the same overtime that everybody sees in the 2 system. So if I got 20 people in a classification, I need 5 people to work. The top 5, it'll be by low hours, see who they are. People that are in between, just like normal, will get Y charged the same, and the 5 people work. Right now, we're scheduled up to 10 hours. This week's 9, but normally it's 10. They can work anybody up to 10 hours. This is and we may not see no overtime for a while, but we're just trying to get things in order now so people can prepare if there's overtime available outside of our normal production that we can work. And it takes all the play out of it, because there's a lot. I'd say half the people in some of these classifications do not want to work. We got new management. Don't know our members, don't know the people's last name. We got people switching from days to nights and don't know last names. Friday, most everything happens Friday the last minute around here. Most people got loaned out in different departments, can't find everybody. This way, hey, I pull up the names of just the people that want to work that signed up. They got access to look up your phone number, call you, say, hey, we got a work program going this weekend. I see you signed up. Do you want to work? Yes or no? Most likely the ones that signed up saying they wanted to work are going to take the initiative and work. If you say you don't want to work, okay, we still got more names to pull. You'll be Y coded, Y charged, just like any other time, even if they come around with a piece of paper surveying you. You say no, you get Y charged. You say yes, you work. If you're low on the overtime, high on the overtime, it goes straight down the list just like normal. There's no changes except you got to go to the computer and log yourself in and put what days you want to work. But it takes out all the ones that never want to work anything, having to survey them, go around and find them. If you don't want to work, you don't have to do nothing. Don't never have to log in the computer if you do not want to work any overtime outside of what the line time is. Yeah, once you sign up, it's still a survey. So even though you sign up saying, yes, you want to work, hey, something comes up, my kid's ball game, a dentist appointment, a surgery, you got something going on at home, we'll come around and say, hey, I got you signed up to work, you're working this weekend. No, I got something to come up. Okay, we know all the names that said yes, so we don't have to skip around a bunch of no's. That's all it's about. getting the people to go to the computer, sign up for the days that they want to work. No different than bidding on the jobs you want to bid on, putting in your shift roll. So nothing has changed. It's still the same process, except we're using a computer instead of paper and pencil to go around and get everybody. Now let's say we need a bunch of base operators, or we're saying we need to go through several other classifications. Then they may have to go through the pencil paper process. But this is going to streamline a lot of the classifications for the ones that want to work. Subcouncil meeting that we held last week, me and the bargaining committee went up to Detroit and attended subcouncil. It was a very good subcouncil. Got to talk to the vice president, Chuck Browning, and Ray Curry, our president, and touch on a few things. The International UAW has several grievances in the D1 strikeable stage, some at KTP, some at KCAP, on different health and safety items, different production standards, and different issues that are, affecting the UAW brothers and sisters. So they came down, got a few of those. As you know, Ford Motor Companies said they're going to take OHAP's product, send it down to Mexico after the national contract, and their agreement with the UAW said the product was going there and they're going to increase by 1,500 jobs. The UAW is going to hold Ford accountable and make sure that plant gets their 1,500 jobs. So, everybody's, trying to play tit for tat, and the UAW is not going to sit back and play with Ford. So we had several meetings and several meetings with all the plants. All the chair and all the bargaining committee are in full support of the UAW and backing OHAP and making sure Ford Motor Company is held to what they agreed to in the national contract. So last but not least, the UAW picnic is Sunday, September 19th, down at the Great Lawn from 11 to 5. Due to COVID, there will be a limited menu that'll be predetermined. It'll already be boxed to you, so nobody has to go down the line, and a lot of handling. You'll come up, if things will be chicken or burgers, you can get you a box lunch, go sit down. They're going to have inflatables, carnival rides, and cornhole, and different games you can play like bingo. The first come, first serve on any of the t-shirts. If once they run out, and they're gone. Parking, as you know, when you go downtown, is going to be a little bit crazy. So make sure you plan enough time to find a good place to park. It should be right by the stadium in Witherspoon. There's a parking area right there that should be open for everybody. Make sure you bring your Ford ID or your UAW union card. You'll need those to get in, or somebody, in the union executive board, or somebody that can vouch that you are a UAW employee, and it's for immediate family and retirees. So if you get a chance, come on down to the UAW picnic this weekend. We appreciate your support, and this is your event to participate in and let your family have a good time and hang out with some of your UAW coworkers. On behalf of myself and my committee, have a good Wednesday night, and God bless.